Yo, what is up guys, the Mills back with a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing an IRL video because believe it or not, I actually do have a life of my own. In today's video we're going to be doing a setup tour kind of video because there's a few changes to my setup that I've actually made over the time that I've actually had a job. There are actually a lot of changes. This setup looks completely different to when I had it about 6 months ago. So in today's video, I thought I'd take you guys on a little bit of a tour, show you guys what's changed, what upgrades I've made to my setup, in case any of you guys are curious of maybe starting up your own YouTube channel or streaming channel. So this might be very useful to you guys actually. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So right now you're looking at my setup as a whole, and I'm going to be going through each of the small little things that are actually on my desk, my computer. I'm going to be talking about my specs. But really quickly, before I get into that, I really quickly want to mention that I am not making this video on my own. I'm actually featuring somebody in today's video, and that person is Ben 10, motherfuckers. Say hi, Ben. He's not very chatty today. He's just gonna sit over there and watch us do our thing. Anyway, let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to show you guys are my monitors. I have two Samsung monitors. They're both 24-inch because I personally feel that 24-inch is perfect for gaming and just pretty much anything I want to do. This one right here that's in front of me is a 1 millisecond response time monitor. It's the one that I recently got with my computer. And the second one over here, the one that I do a lot of my gaming on, is actually 5 milliseconds. And you guys might be thinking, why the hell are you doing a lot of your gaming on a 5 millisecond response time monitor? It's because the second monitor over here, I can't actually hear audio from it unless I have earphones plugged in, and sometimes I like to play without earphones, but once I get a headset, which might be in the next week or two, I will actually be playing on this monitor right here and then doing a lot of my streaming and YouTube stuff on this one. I really quickly decided to move my lighting over there just so you guys can get a better look at everything. The monitors aren't anything special, they're pretty standard, but let's talk about the lighting, seeing as I just brushed over it a second ago. The lighting, I have no clue what it is. I think it's like a newer 160 LED thingy. Oh, it's right up there. Right now it's upside down for you guys, but I'm sure you guys can read that. Just flip your phone or something. And the stand came separately. Amazon recommended it to me. It's very, very long. It could pretty much reach up to my roof if it's laying on my table. In fact, it can actually reach up to my roof, and it could probably go further than that if my roof wasn't so short. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It actually gets super bright. Right now in this video, it's not very bright at all. It's actually very dim. I'm actually going to turn it up just so I can show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I'm going to turn it up right now, and oh, that literally doesn't make any difference to the video. Why is that? Now, my camera doesn't really do a good justice. It auto adjusts the brightness a hell of a lot, but just to give you some contrast, if I move back, everything just comes back into shot, and it's not as bright as in real life. If you look at it in real life, it is just ridiculous. Anyway, enough of the lighting. That's not extremely important. My microphone that I use is actually a Blue Snowball. I'm not currently using it to record this video. I'm just using the microphone on my iPad because I'm lame. You can probably pick this up on Amazon for like $40, and I have a pop filter over it, which I got for like a tenner. It's nothing too crazy, but it does give very good audio quality for a pretty good price. If anybody's on a budget and you don't have that much money to spend on a good microphone, I definitely go with the Blue Snowball. It's probably the best budget microphone out in the market. To record my gameplays and live stream from my PS4, I use my Elgato HD60. It's currently, if you want to get it brand new off of Elgato's website, it's about 180 euros, so $200, something around that price tag. It's not stupid expensive. It is kind of pricey, but it does the job better than any other graphics card. I'm hoping in the future that I get maybe the HD60 Pro or the HD60S and just have that plugged straight into my computer, but for now I'm just running with the Elgato HD60 because it does everything that I want it to do. Right over here I have my PS4, but one thing you guys will notice is that I don't actually use a wireless controller. I use a wired controller just because I personally prefer wired controllers. They have a faster response time, and also charging my controller every single like 2 hours of game time fucking sucks because the PS4 wireless controller battery is god awful. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. I was in dire need of a controller at one point, and believe it or not, this is much cheaper than a wireless controller. A brand new wireless controller could be up to $60. This was $35, and I got it from GameStop and everything brand new in the package. And so I figured, hey, these are better than wireless controllers, and they're cheaper, so I just thought I'd go with it. And it's not some knockoff controller. It's actually certified by Sony, so if you're buying this controller, you're pretty much buying the exact same thing as a wireless controller, just wired. The only thing that this controller lacks, and for me it's not really a deal breaker, is is it doesn't have 6-axis controls. If a lot of you guys like to use 6-axis, I wouldn't recommend this controller because it just doesn't have that whatsoever built into it. However, for me, I don't use that feature, so I decided to just go with a wired controller. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of my setup, and that is my PC. I recently got this. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen my unboxing video. As you can see, the fan has actually got some rainbow pattern on it. It looks very, very pretty. In total, this PC ran me over $1,500. It was very, very expensive, but it came with a lot of freebies. It came with my keyboard and my mouse, which you can see right there. They are very, very pretty. I really like the red and black aesthetic to it. It just personally suits me because my favorite combination of colors is red and black. So when I first plugged these in, I thought it was fucking amazing. That's just kind of the theme for my channel, red and black. I don't know, it's just edgy or something. Also, the mouse is really cool. It can also change colors, but I usually just stick to red and black because it looks the best in my opinion. When I was unboxing my PC, I talked to you guys about my specs, but I'm gonna go over them really quick again for anybody who hasn't watched that video. It has a GTX 1060 in it because I didn't feel like I needed anything much better than that, and most of the time I'm maxing out games anyway. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM inside, 2 terabytes of storage, and the CPU, which is probably the best part of the entire build, is a Ryzen 7 3000X. I always manage to mess up the name of my CPU. It's a Ryzen 7 2700X, not a 3000X, which is just fucking ridiculous. It is so fast. I do everything I want to do on my PC. I haven't run across a single thing that I hasn't been able to do yet. I'm sure that will happen in the next few years once I get to the point where I need to actually upgrade it, which I probably will upgrade the GPU to a GTX 1080 at some point, although they are very expensive right now, so I'm just gonna hold off on that for now. I got this PC from CyberPower, and I'm not sponsored or paid in any way to say this, but I will say that they are an amazing service, and if you want to get a computer, I definitely recommend them because it just went so well for me. This is a small little detail that I forgot to mention. If you notice on my controller, I'm actually running Control Freaks. I recently bought a brand new pair because my old pair of Control Freaks, the rubber on the top of it just completely wore out over the years that I had them, so I recently bought a new pair. I bought these like Phantom ones, I think they're called. The Phantoms are the pair that I've been rocking with for the past 4 years, and they are just absolutely incredible. I'm not paid in any way. Again, I'm not sponsored by Control Freaks to say this. I've just been using these for the past few years, and I wish I was sponsored by them because I think Control Freaks are an amazing product. So Control Freaks, if you're somehow watching this video, please give me a sponsorship, give me a code, because I would love to be able to share this product with you guys because it really is that good. If you don't have a pair of Control Freaks and you play on PS4, on Xbox One, or just on consoles in general with a controller, I would definitely recommend you pick up a pair of Control Freaks because they will give you so much value. They're only about $15 to $20, and that is just a very, very small amount of money considering the amount of value you'll be getting from it. It might not look like the biggest thing in the world, but trust me, it will make a huge difference to your gameplay. Once you use them and you get used to them, you won't be able to go back to a normal controller, I guarantee you. The final things I want to brush on in this video are brought to you by IKEA. And no, I'm not sponsored by IKEA. Jeez, how many times do I have to talk about the fact that I'm not sponsored by any of these companies? I wish I was. Give your brother some money, come on. Anything I mentioned in this video, I'm not sponsored by any companies whatsoever. So the last thing I want to mention are these two products right here, my chair and my desk. If you guys watched the video a long time ago, I made a room tour video where I showed you guys my desk and it was completely beat up. It had holes in it, and I recently got a desk. In fact, yesterday I bought this desk and it is absolutely phenomenal. It's pretty big, but it fits everything of my setup that I want onto it, and it is just phenomenal. I got my desk for €170 and my chair for €70, which is €204 in total, which is, I'd say, just under $300. And this desk is really, really nice. It fits everything that I want to get onto it. And probably one of the most important things is actually the ability to cable manage. If you look back here, my cable management, it still doesn't look that great, but believe me when I say it was way worse than this. It has this mesh thing where you can stick like a bunch of wires under. It was worse than that. If you think it looks bad right now, just imagine it like, I don't know, 5 times worse or something. I think currently my setup looks very, very clean, especially the fact that I can sit down on an actual office chair, because previously I would have to sit down on my bed, which wasn't extremely comfortable if I'm playing for long durations. And now that I have a seat, an office chair that I can sit in, it's like way more comfortable. This desk is amazing. It's huge. It is a corner desk as well, which is what I was looking for. and it just looks way better. I was considering getting it in black, but getting it in white looks way better. And also, getting it in white was cheaper as well. I saved myself about 20 bucks. I was considering getting it in black, but now I'm actually very happy that I got it in white because it contrasts with my setup very nicely, the black onto the white. Also, it's easier to spot stains and stuff on a white table. It's easier to clean them up. Currently, I think my setup looks amazing. About 6 months ago, this was completely different. I wasn't even sitting on an office chair. I had a different desk. I only had one monitor. Like, there were so many different things about this setup when I didn't have a job. And now that I'm able to fund all of this stuff, I'm slowly making my setup a dream setup and what I want it to be. Currently, it is still a work in progress, and that's one thing I want to talk about. I want to brush up on the things that I am considering getting in the future, and maybe in the future I'll make like an updated setup video or something like that. The next thing I'm considering getting is a second light, because while this does very, very well so far, getting a second light would definitely help. So what I'm considering is getting a second light so that one light is to the right of me and then one light is to the left of me so that it highlights my face perfectly. And then finally, the last part of my setup that I need to do, and it's probably going to be one of the most expensive things, is soundproofing my room. Individually, these 12 packs of soundproof foams aren't that expensive. They're only about $40 for 12 of them, but considering that I want to cover my entire room, it's going to run me a few $100s, and that is very, very pricey. But I feel like once that's done, that's going to be amazing, because right now in this video you can actually hear an echo from my room because the sound of my voice is bouncing all over the walls. But if I soundproof my room and put these all over my room, that won't be an issue anymore. I want to cover all of my walls, but the most important ones to cover are the ones that I'm looking at right now, and then the one closer to my window. But yeah, that's pretty much been my setup. I'm gonna wrap this video up now. So yeah guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smack the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please be sure to subscribe. I'll have my last video in the corner. If you haven't checked that out already, definitely make sure to check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.